Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I am going to be making a routine chart for my nephew. So let's get into the video. All right, here I have some removable vinyl. It is by Oracle. It is their 631. Their permanent is 651. So we have a lot of weeding to do. Let's get it done. So my sister texted me asking if I could make a routine chart for my nephew, which of course I agreed. And let me tell you, she gave me no direction. All she gave me was what she wanted listed on the chart, and I asked her where exactly would it be hanging, just so I know like what material can be used, and that's it. And she said it was going to be on the wall, so I said okay, and from there I had to figure out the rest. So she has no idea what this is going to look like. She really doesn't even know how it's going to function, because I wanted to make sure that this was going to be interactive. Oh no, I'm losing my K. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'll have to fix that. You know what? I'm gonna cut. This is a lot. I'm gonna cut this off so this doesn't keep falling in my way. All right, there we go. Yeah, I wanted to make it interactive, and I will show you what I mean by that just a little later when we get there. Basically, so it can be hands-on for him and not just a chart sitting on the wall and that's it. All right, I am losing pieces here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and weed this out, and then we'll come back. Okay. Finally done weeding. That took 2 years. It was a lot. And actually, I'm not even done, because these little pieces here, these middle pieces need to come out. They are actually middles. So I am praying that these stay, the outline stays down. Let's see. I already have one of the outline that is kind of wonky over here. So let's see what we can do. Time to pivot, because this is just way too, look at this. Can you even see it? It's like way too thin to save that. So I'm gonna actually leave the boxes and just take off the tiny outline. I didn't realize that it was going to be this thin. Had I known that, I would have made it much thicker, but we will just change the idea. Instead of having an outlined box, we'll just have a box. It will still do what it's supposed to do. All right, so I'm just gonna get these last two off. I really did want the outline look, so when he goes to like check the boxes, it's supposed to look like checked boxes. But again, as long as, in this case, as long as it's functional. But if you decide to do this, I would say make sure that your outline of your boxes are a lot thicker than this little shred of vinyl here. Okay. So this is cardstock. It is just, is this 65 pound cardstock from Michaels that this is going to go on. I have a couple ideas. If you want to make this thicker, add another piece of cardstock to the back, or you can add chipboard, and chipboard is even thicker than cardstock. So you could do that. I may think about adding it later, but for now, this is what we have. Okay, so let's get the chart, the written chart on this cardstock. I am going to use paper transfer tape because this is cardstock and I do not want to rip the cardstock. So I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna have to double this up, like do a layered thing here. So I'm gonna cut this piece first because it's kind of hard to maneuver the roll. There we go. So now I'm gonna just burnish it down with my scraper tool. Sometimes it can be difficult to see through the paper transfer tape, but in this case, it is pretty easy, especially because the vinyl is black. When you do have like lighter colors, it can be a little difficult to see through, but I'm always down for protecting my blank, and in this case that is the cardstock, and I don't want that to rip. Now one thing about, okay, let's do it from the back. One thing about paper transfer tape, it is low tack, so which means that it can be harder for your vinyl to transfer, so you just gotta take your time. All right, it's doing pretty good actually. It was just the top portion that was like, I'm not going anywhere. I think we are good. Yes, all right. It transferred. Now let's get this onto the cardstock. All right, let's remove it. And I'm just gonna pull it at an angle. All right, it transferred wonderfully. Now we just have a few more things to add to here. Now, you might be wondering what this line is for. I honestly put that there as an indicator because I made these check marks for his board. So this will go here. So whenever, and this is what I meant by being interactive. So originally I wanted to put Velcro on the back, But for whatever reason, I could not find my Velcro strips. So I just decided to use magnet. And I got this, I believe I bought this from the hardware store. I've purchased magnet strips from craft stores, but I found that they weren't strong enough. So I went to the hardware store and purchased this a while back. So I just decided, you know what, we're gonna use a magnet strip. So I put this here just so I knew where I wanted either my Velcro or magnet strip to go. So if you plan to give this a try, you could use Velcro. Like I said, that's what I originally had planned to do. So now this will be, let's get this down first. And see, here's the other thing, the magnet is very heavy. That's why I wanted the Velcro strip, because that's super light. But let's see, we may still be able to work with this with no problem. So now these will live here. And I've already made some of them. I'll do 2 of them on camera. So I just cut it into this small piece, cut that in half. And then I use my weeding tool to remove this backer because it is easier that way. And then just apply it to the back. I'm gonna do the same. I might be able to get this one off easily. Yep. And apply it to the back. And now what I'm gonna do for here is I'm gonna take one more piece and put it right here in the middle. And actually it's pretty good that I left these squares on, because the magnet just blends in with it. And then all of his check marks will live down here. And you know what? I think I'm going to reinforce this with some glue, because like I said, this magnet is a lot heavier than a Velcro strip would be. So once he's done with a task, he can take it and put it right on there. And he can see that he finished eating breakfast, brushing his teeth, washing his face, all of those things. Last portion that I want to add, you got to add a little bit of pictures. So I made this into a sticker. I found this image on Canva, and I figured, you know what, let's put a little pancakes for breakfast. I know he loves pancakes. And then we have a little boy brushing his teeth, and I'm put that on there. I found both of these in Canva. All right, and there we go. I'll add the rest of the magnets off camera, but just so you can see the idea, you have your check marks. And I didn't mention, but I made these check marks out of photo paper, and then I took the Avery adhesive laminate sheets and I laminated both sides this way so that this would be sturdy and it can withstand him moving it every day several times. So that's what I did to secure the photo paper. Okay, you guys, so that's all I have for you today. This easy routine chart. You can make it into a chore chart. If you have children or grandchildren, you can make this into, like I said, an interactive chart for them. I will say, originally I thought about using a marker, but then I remembered the mistake I made with my children and how my son still found a way to get the marker on the wall, even though the check boxes were nowhere near the edge of the paper. I don't know. So I said, nope, Let's do something that will not be messy. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss a video of mine. Until next time, later guys.